See now the plural of the adjectives. Adjectives in Italian always agree with the gender. You already know this. When you study the singular of the noun and the adjective, you have learned how to combine them. For example, you said ragazzo buono, but you said ragazza buona. At the same time, you said using adjective ending in "e", uomo forte and donna forte. Since adjective in ending in "e", they work both for masculine and feminine. So now when we talk about the plural, we have different form also for the plural, since they have to agree with the plural form of the noun. First of all, let's see the form of the plural. An adjective masculine ending in O as bello makes its plural in E, so becomes belli. Always. An adjective ending in A feminine, bella, makes its plural in E. So an adjective endings in O, like bello, makes its plural in E. Italian E, English I, belli. An adjective ending in A, feminine and singular, makes its plural in E, Italian E, English E. So bella, belle. Now, as you know, there are also adjective endings in "e", and both of them work for the masculine and for the singular. Let's take forte, forte, strong, okay? Forte makes its plural in forti. So you just change the E, Italian E, English E in forti, Italian E, English I. Now, you must combine them with noun. So let's say you want to say in English a good kid, ragazzo buono, okay? You know this, you already studied the singular. Now, you want to make it plural. Instead of good kid, you want to say good kids. So everything plural. In English, you just make the plural of the noun, kids. You don't change good. In Italian, unfortunately, we change both the noun and the adjective. Now, you know how to make the plural of the noun ragazzo, so the plural of the noun ragazzo will be ragazzi, and you've just learned how to make the plural of the adjective. Remember, you go from the O to the E, so you have the O here, it will be ragazzi buoni. Okay, now you want to say a good girl. Ragazza buona. You know this. You already studied the singular. Now you want to make it plural. You want to say good girls. Again, in Italian, we don't just make the plural of the noun ragazza, girl, as you do in English. We make the plural of the adjectives as well. So good in Italian must be plural as well. So buona becomes buone. So ragazze buone. And in this case, you have good girls. Now let's take another adjective ending in E, Italian E, English E. Let's take this, intelligente. That means intelligent. Let's try to use the same nouns. I want to say intelligent boy. So I will have ragazzo intelligente. That now I want to say intelligent boys. So again, I need to make the plural of the entire structure. So it will be ragazzi, and then ending in A, I see the rule that I change the Italian A with Italian E, so the result will be ragazzi intelligenti. Now, intelligent girl, ragazza intelligente, singular. But if I want to make this one plural, what I have to do? Ragazza, I know, becomes ragazze. And what about intelligente? Intelligente is like forte. So I change, I go from the A, Italian A, to the Italian E. So ragazze intelligenti. Okay, so remember that every time you must make the plural, you have to remember that you have to make the agreement between the noun and the adjectives and make both of them plural. Now, there are a few exceptions about this rule, but it's not a problem because you already know. Remember when you go from using the noun, you go from ca and ga and like co and go to the plural. In order to maintain the same sounds, and we saw this with nouns, what we do, we add an H in between the final C or G and the vowel. So, for example, if I wanted to say amica, if to make that amica plural, it was amiche, and so on. The same thing is gonna happen with the adjective. So let's start, for example, with, I want to start with co. Now, let's take an adjective. Rich is ricco. Okay, this is singular. So I can say, like a rich boy. It would be ragazzo ricco. Now, if I want to make this plural, okay, I know ragazzi, and then I have to make ricco plural. So ricco ends in co. I follow the rule, yes, I go from O to E, like in bello belli, but since ricco ends in not just in O but in co, I must add an H in between the C and the E, Italian E. So it would be ragazzi ricchi. Okay, so remember this. For co, there are just few exceptions without the H. I'm gonna give you just one here. Pubblico. It's not pubblici with an H, but it will be pubblici, and that means public. Okay, but remember that the majority of the adjectives ending in co, they make their plural in chi with an H in between. Okay, so the same rule with the H works for ca always, no? Let's do this case, so let me just put here co. Okay, now with ca, stay studentessa ricca. I want to use the same adjective, so it will be studentesse ricche. You see, you add an H. It's not rich, otherwise it would sound ricce. No, you must add an H because Italians like to keep the same sound. So ricca, ricche. Okay, now let's take an adjective ending in go, like largo, large. So If I want to say, for example, a large space, it will be spazio largo. Okay, now I want to make that plural. So spazio, remember ending in io. In this case, the stress is not in the I, it's not here. It's not spazio, but it's spazio, so you don't have the second I, so it will be just spazi, and then largo becomes larghi with an H, okay? Because Italians like to keep the same sound g, and the only way to make the sounds g is adding an H, otherwise will be largi, okay? And so now let's just see the last case, ga, and I want to say vague idea. And Italian would be idea vaga, vague idea. I make that plural, so you know how to make plural of idea, and it will be idee, since like you go from A to E, and then you have to make plural vaga. Just follow the general rule that you know that you need to go from A to what? If you come back here from A to E, so it will be va, but you need to add an H. So va. Okay. If you don't add the H, the sound will be vage. So remember, when you are in front of an adjective ending in the singular co, ca, go, ga, you must add an H when you make the plural. There is only few exceptions with co, and I gave you one, pubblico, pubblici, but only very few exceptions with co. With ka, with go, and with ga, always add an H, okay?